I was 33, 34, something like that when I met Abba. I was 35, I think, when I met him.
Oh,
and he often told me, he said, Millie, my dear, he said, the first look I had you, I said, if I can get you as my wife, I said, I'll have you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Oh, there you go. So
he was staying with Rose in St. Fields there,
okay.
on the Gully Bank Hill. And she was asking me to come down. I went down with her when I met her one evening. But while I was down there, and met him, he saw me home because Rose must have told him that I can't see nighttime. And I said, you figure, I said, you promise you're going to see me home. And you send the man with me.
Yeah.
Well, that was all right, too.
When you came to Raleigh first, the roads wasn't true.
No, sandy pad.
All sandy pad.
I've often had to stop, hit my slippers and shoes and take the sand out of them before I can continue on.
Oh, yes.
And the only saying is, you can remember that, Tiny, can't you?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
I just vaguely, like, you know, I can remember that the roads wasn't there, yeah.
And I could see it better than I did now, way back. Because when Al had his turn to clean the lamps and put oil in the lamps, get the kindling splits, what we call it, ready for put the fire in next morning for services, the bucket wouldn't go. He said, Millie, you do that for me, will you? I says, all right, bye, I'll do it for you, yes. And I used to go up there on a Friday evening and clean the lamp chimneys and put oil in it and trim them, you know, for service Sunday morning or anything. And put the splits, what we call it, down by the stove there. When I come up in the morning, I'll lit the fire and get her going. But you got to see to do things. I didn't get involved too much. But I paid my church dues, and that's it now.
Yeah.
They got me money, that's all they're going to get.
So it was always someone's turn to do that. You'd have your turn, or your family, you and Abel would have your turn on one week,
Right.
and then there'd be someone else's turn the next week.
Someone else. Cale had it. Cale, he was a wonderful hand for doing that. He was interested in doing that kind of work.
Yes.
But he was a quiet type of man, but he's bad when fun is on, though.
Yes.
Idle.
Yes.
And then when he gave it up, his turn, Abel's turn came. Now, Abel, Millie, my dear, he said, I'm not going at that. I said, you got to.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to do it. I ended up doing it anyway.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
But I would go with my uncle when he came home from war. He was discharged from war with heart condition. My Uncle Levi. And I used to spend time after time out with him, even going in the woods with him to help him saw the wood down. Because he wasn't strong, see?
No.
And come home with our load of wood, unharness the dogs, fire up the harnesses, help them take the wood off the cover, pack it up. They would take the harnesses and go in. And by that time, Mom had a pot of meal on cook for my uncle to cut up some seal rations in the tub and throw the hot meal mixture over it to hot it up for the dogs to feed them. Bury them in for the night. Then we'll come in our night. Before we have our meal, the dogs have to be taken care of. Because it'll be getting dark then by then in the winter evenings, you know. But summertime is a pretty spot with the high hills, you know. The big hill over there, the mountain as I call it, I climbed it once when I was very young. And Tiny, when I got up top, I said, I'm not coming down there. I see very good during the daytime. And nighttime, after it gets dark, I'm blind.
No.
You see, Tiny, I had this disease, retinitis pigmentosa, of the eyes. And my father and mother were both carriers of it. And every girl she'd get would be born blind.
Is that right?
Yeah. But my dad died when I was 7 months old. That's him up there. Oh, he was 25 there, but he was 28 when he died.
28 years old?
Yeah, when he died. Typhoid fever.
Oh, yes.
They say there was a germ in the drinking well.
That was the end.
A lot of people caught it that time.
Yeah, it started
He died, my other uncle and his brother, two were in the hospital same time with it.
So your uncle survived?
My Uncle Eli, the oldest fellow, he survived. And my father's wish, and I asked him would he take care of the baby for him, and Bertha, Mom's name.
Yeah.
He said he would certainly do that.
So
he
you,
was responsible for me ever since until he died. Wherever he went, he took me with him. Yeah, from Arlenburg to St. Anthony, I traveled with him one time. My grandfather Decker, from my mom's father, was in hospital with cancer. My uncle knew him so well. He said, Millie, I'm going down. Tom, he called me. Tom, I'm going to St. Anthony to see your grandfather. And I said, I want to take you with me. And I went with him, and I walked Cincinnati with him.
Walked the whole way?
Walked me, but I couldn't walk back.
No?
He left me down there, and he said, somebody else, I'll get home with somebody else. And there was a teacher down there was coming up back to her, but I came back with her.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was, I don't know what kind of life we call it, but it was rough, but that's all we knew anything about.
How many people is in your family right now? Well, yeah, I know it's Hyan, because me and Hyan lived together, so you had one son.
Yeah.
And
that's all I could have. I wasn't allowed to have any more.
Oh.
Because in case I get a girl, and she'd be born blind. So what was I going to do with a blind child? I'm blind myself. We couldn't fish anymore, but we had the cattle to take care of. Cattle and sheep. And we had hens. And we had to be cutting hay and drying that too, see. But we were kept busy after too with that kind of stuff. Keeping the cows fed, milking them, scalding milk, making butter. And then when we get it made, we eat it. By the time I had a cow of my own. And you talk about nice. I loved it, and I used to talk to her and rub her belly. I got milk for me today, my dear, and she'd moo to me and she'd lick me.
Is that right?
Yeah. But now the other cow was shivering, though. Mr. Pynn used to roar at him. And got him frightened right to death. And Lavinia said she used to notice that her cow was shivering. I said, that's a damn sin for your father to frighten him like that.
Yeah.
No wonder they never dropped dead.
Yeah.
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 But mine, my dear, I had a lovely little cow. She loved me. And if she see me anywhere, she's blaming for me. Animals are cute. They might be dumb, but they can understand.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, my dear. It's tiny all in all, from the beginning to the end, my dear. But now the end is nearly near for me. I got no, my husband died, and I'm missing all that companionship. But if I could see, I still would enjoy life. If a black bear come in there, my dear, I wouldn't know it.
No. I don't say a black bear will come in, though, will it?
No, my dear, you never know. Somebody might be dressed in the black bear.
Yes. Yes, that's the word.
You never know.